I've mentioned this a number of times in a number of articles. Um, when I was in high school over half a century ago, um, we had a requirement of memorizing um, lines of poetry or prose, a couple hundred lines each semester for 4 years. Um, and this is not an exaggeration. I hated that process. I really did. I was not into memorization. Um, and interestingly, in those over 50 years since high school, I have benefited on a daily basis, either while I'm teaching a class, writing an article, or talking to my friends and family. A day, no single day goes by that I have not said something several times that I had memorized. I'm teaching an ethics class now and have taught that class over a decade. And basically the textbook, the class, and what we're doing in class is trying to resolve the problem of trying to find some kind of universal ethical way of addressing problems rather than to come up with kind of relatives of, you know, in this situation we do this, in this situation we do that, in this situation we do that. And that is a Herculean task. And I'm being honest with you, I've taught this class for over a decade, and I don't have something, and neither does a textbook, that you can apply to all situations at all times. And interestingly, that pain of not being able to do that caused me to recall something I had memorized over half a century ago. And it's from Shakespeare's Hamlet. And Polonius is cautioning his son before he goes off to Paris. And he says, this above all, to thine own self be true, that it must follow as the night the day, that thou canst not then be false to any man. And therefore, interestingly, the pain produced gain for me. It goes back to the old saying, I've written articles about this also, no pain, no gain. Unless you are in a position of something causing you some kind of emotional or psychological or physical pain, then we don't react. So pain is not something you should avoid. Pain is a given in life. It will occur. What you do with that pain, and if you can address it, then you benefit. And therefore, I've used this saying in the class already about this above all, to thine own self be true. That is at least a tentative step to finding something that can be applied, at least more or less for a while, to many, many situations. And this article is about how you can take that comment from Polonius to his son and how that old saying can apply to your personal life. It's not the final last answer to the ethical questions of life, but at least it is a tentative beginning. This above all, to thine own self be true. Be honest with yourself. I hope you enjoy the article. I also hope that you're able to apply that very famous quote to your lives. In the meantime, you take care, and thank you for reading this article. Take care.